Hey you all, this is Lady K here again, and I just had another epiphany of a topic that I wanted to share with you. And the topic that I want to share with you is, someone asked me today in casual conversation, she was like, these people keep talking about me. What do I do? And I said to her, you do absolutely nothing. You do absolutely nothing. Why? Because they would not be talking about you if you wasn't doing something right. And know who you are enough to know your own worth. What I mean by that is, so what if somebody's talking about you? Just make sure that it's not anything bad and it doesn't have any validity to it. They can talk all they want to. They talked about Jesus. They didn't accept Jesus. You have to show people, you have to be about your business. All of that, when people talk about you and they doing this, they trying to distract you from what you need to do. They trying to take your mind away from that. And you know what? I'm not giving anyone that much control over my life to where they're occupying space in my mind rent free. If you're gonna occupy some space in my mind, I'm gonna charge you for it. Meaning that, what I mean by charge for it, meaning that you have to have something to offer me of support or motivation or inspiration. So what? Talk about me all you want to. Let me be a household name. I encourage you. I thank you. I thank you for talking about me so much to the point where you making me have celebrity status in your mind and in your household or wherever you dwell when you're doing it. So I told her, don't worry about people talking about her, long as she can identify with herself. And I'm telling you, long as you can identify with yourself, it doesn't matter what people say about you. Now it does become a time where you have to correct them, but you do it with style, you do it with grace. You don't stoop to their level because you are above that. But you better make sure that when you are correcting somebody, that you have truth in what you're saying. Don't be wrong in trying to do it. That's the worst thing, when the pot calls the kettle black. You have to make sure that you are about your business. Let them talk. Let them talk. People have tendencies to do it. They're going to talk about you if you're doing good. They're going to talk about you if you're doing bad. They're going to talk about you if you buy a new car, if you get a new home. It just happens. Jealousy stir up in some people and different things like that. But in this world, you have to know you. You have to be about your purpose. You have to be about your business and where you're going and what your future holds. You can't worry about what people say. If you worry about what people say, you will live a miserable life. And misery loves company. They're talking about you, trying to bring you in, or trying to get a reaction from you. Do not allow them to occupy that space. A wise person once told me, he who angers you controls you. And guess what? I like to control myself. I don't want no one else controlling my attitude, my behavior, or anything like that. You know what? Now when people say, oh, such and such said this about you, I just say, you know what? God bless them. God bless them. And I have instant forgiveness for them. Instant forgiveness, because they're not going to be the ones that's going to stop me from getting into heaven. They're not going to be the ones that stop me from getting my blessing. Yes, people that distract you can stop you from getting your blessing. So you have to remain on course. You got to stay focused, and you got to continue to do what you have set yourself up to do. Don't worry about what people say, because they're not paying your rent. They're not putting food on your table. They're not putting gas in your vehicles. They're not taking care of your children. Do not worry about it. Okay? You worry about what you need to do. Let them talk. Let them talk. Because when you feed fuel to the fire, it escalates. It gets higher, it gets bigger, and it gets heated. Let them go, because eventually it will fizzle out. When they see that they can't bother you, that's when they know, baby, you have reached queen or king status. And you are every bit of a king, and you are every bit of a queen. So don't worry about pettiness and the peasants talking about you, because you are straight up royalty. Okay? You are straight up royalty. Now, I love you. Keep your head up, your chin up, and your shoulders back, because you are destined for greatness, and you cannot worry about anything that's going to cause any type of distraction. Lady K loves you, and I hope you love me back.